Howdy folks, Sherri Shakti Mama Bear here, and as I'm walking along this bridge, and there's a lot of traffic next to me. They're driving, I'm walking. Oh wait, you gotta see this rainbow. But this reminded me of a lesson that I learned that is so impactful and so powerful, and I wanted to share it because the traffic is so noisy and it just really makes me think about cars. Being in the present moment is where we get our power, and so often we are thinking a lot of the time outside of the present moment. We're stuck in the past, you know, what we did, what happened to us, who did what to us, or in the future. What am I going to do tomorrow? How's that conversation going to go with my boss or my partner? Or, you know, on and on and on it goes. So we're rarely in the present moment. But there's something I learned that you could try that helps keep you in the present moment. I've learned a few tips from some of my gurus, and one of them is to meditate on this thought, this mantra: I am not the body, I'm not even the mind. The ancients and the wise ones teach us that we're so much more than our thoughts and so much more than this physical body. So the way I like to look at it is I hang out in the back seat. And what does that mean? So now it's kind of all come together for me, and I'm like, okay, that totally makes sense. Imagine the driver of the car is your busy, engaged monkey mind. And it's very, very busy, paying attention to the signals, paying attention to the other traffic, which is what we need to be able to function in this world, right? We need some aspect of ourselves to be able to navigate, like Eckhart Tolle says, to keep us from bumping into furniture. Then there's the part that's the car itself, and that's the body. That's the encasement of our consciousness. But our consciousness could be like someone in the back seat. You could picture a limousine if you want, because we are that special, hanging in the back of our limo. Everyone else is doing the work, and we're just back there observing. So picture yourself in the back seat, being driven around, and you're just back there kicking back and just observing life out the windows. That's who we really are. We really are the observer, the consciousness behind all the activity. They say it's the thinker behind the thinker, which this stuff can twist your brain into a pretzel for sure. But anyway, that's what I do when I'm feeling like anxious or stressed. I like tell myself, get in the back seat, Sherri, and I'll just remember that I don't have to be constantly in the front seat driving, that there's an aspect of me that is in charge of that and can navigate quite well without me being there giving the commentary or the play-by-play, kind of like that backseat driver thing, right? So don't be a backseat driver. And that's what it is. Our mind wants to just go and go and go with commentary. Michael Singer calls it the annoying roommate that lives inside our head, that's just constantly, you know, literal commentary. And if we can learn to live without that, even just part of the time, even just for a couple minutes, and just observe the thoughts. Another way you can try it is if you're trying to like sit in quiet and just kind of start a practice of observing. Try not to, you know, think for just a few seconds, and when a thought pops in your mind, imagine it is a leaf, and you can just let it go into the stream and let it float on by. Or another thing you can try is to picture the sky. You're in the sky, and the intrusive thoughts are the clouds. So you're the wide, expansive blue sky, just trying to be, you know, resting the brain, resting the mind, just being expansive. And thoughts that come in are clouds, and they float in, and you can let them float right back out. So floating in and floating out, those thoughts. So just a few things to try today. Engage yourself in the present moment. Take a back seat. Try to spend some time in the thoughtless state, which sounds impossible, but it can be achieved, even if it's just a minute at a time. Give those a try and see if it makes you feel better about life. I love you. Thanks for tuning in. Mwah.